So it is Tuesday, February 16th, 2021, and I'm gonna do my recap for today. A fucking disaster day. Disappointing, terrible. Didn't follow my objectives that I set for myself. I guess I wasn't too adamant about it. Just a fucking terrible day. I mean, absolutely fucking disgusting. I feel disappointed. I feel I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed of my performance. I feel absolutely fucking ashamed of my performance today. There's just no way of saying it nicely. There's just no way of putting it. I have to realize that, yeah, I made a fucking fool. I made a fool out of myself. Honestly, I made a fool out of myself. And if I just keep like this, it's yeah. And my PNL is taking a hit. My mind is taking a hit. Um, I'm not on a good path. I'm just not on a good path if I keep doing this. 2 weeks ago I was up $2,300, and I gave it all away and some more. And Wednesday and Friday and Thursday and Friday, sorry. And I set myself some objectives for the weekend. And I came back last week and I had the best week I've ever had, up $6,700. And today I was up 1,000. Today I started the day up $1,000, which in itself was not good. As you can see here today, I started up 1,000 and change. It doesn't say 1,000, but I closed the day plus 1,000, and I got all the way down. And this was not like a big loss. This is small loss, small loss, small loss, small loss. Absolutely disappointing. I said that my stop loss was going to be $750. I went past that, kept trading. Again, something that happens very often. I get my will all the way back up to minus 650, and then in one fucking stupid trade, again, not following an objective, I lose it all again. So, just absolutely disappointing trading. Terrible, 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 terrible trading. And I deserve this. I deserve it. I deserve it. Honestly, I would even deserve more than this stupid loss. I deserve more than that because it's so pathetic, honestly. Pathetic. I have to look at myself in the mirror and yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go over the trades today. So I started the day with a trade in TLRY. Um, I have to really reconsider these trades, these first 1 minute trades, because I'm not doing them correctly. I've lost money in almost all of my first trades this past 2 weeks. So I have to where's this? Okay, I have to really reconsider what I'm doing here. So I went short here, got stopped out. Let's see, I'm gonna put this chart up. This is much better. So I went short 30.89. Why did I get short 30.89? TLRI seemed a little bit weak to me from the get go. I'm making lower highs over here. And on the tape, it seemed like it was maybe going to come back down, but this was like a bad trade, to be honest. Not risky trade, bad trade. Didn't make much sense. I saw this breakup here over the daily open. It came back down. I wanted to go for a short to test R2. That didn't happen, and eventually did happen here, but I was already stopped out. 50 cents stop out. Lost. Maybe I didn't even lose the 50 cents. Yeah, I probably exited even before. It's not 50 cents. No, it's like 20 something. So I exited even before. I didn't like the trade. I didn't like the level two. It didn't hold. It was above the daily open, so I just got out there. So yeah, first trade, not a good one. Then I got into Riot, and this was my only good trade of the day. Not my only one, but my best one. That was still bad. I mean, setup amazing. My entry was absolutely great. 54.86. So I got in. Okay, hold up. I cleared this. So I got in 54.86. So right around here, right? In this candle I got in. So I saw the daily open was between R4 and R5. So I've been like yesterday I was just going through stocks. I was going through stocks and seeing stocks that opened between R4 and R5, and I wanted to see like their performance. And it was in most of them overwhelming that they are going to go up if they open between R4 and R5. It is, and what maybe is, and what most likely is going to happen is that they're going to reach R5. It's maybe going to take some time, but they are going to eventually reach R5. And I just again panicked, took the didn't let the trade play out. They don't let the trade play out, and it's so absolutely disappointing. So absolutely disappointing. I wanted to go long 1500 because of buying power. Couldn't do that. Went long 1,000 shares. Went long 1,000 shares. Profited 100, 58, 55, 81, 55, 66, and then I get out 55.84. The rest, no, 55.84, and then I get out 55.98. So even here, no, here in this candle, I mean, just let it play out. It just broke the fuck out. It just broke out. Let the trade go, man. Your risk to reward is here, and like you have 0.6, you have 60 cents here, 60 cents to 4.5 cents. That is almost a 8 to 1 risk to reward. 8 to 1 risk to reward, and I just get out here in this first 1 minute. I should have added here, didn't do it. Just terrible trading, and I was super disappointed. This setup was perfect. Tried to touch R4, didn't touch it. This one hammer over here, higher than the previous one. I mean, just perfect. Rips through the daily open. Perfect trades. Classic setup, and I screw it up. So just very disappointed here. Then I traded MARA, and I have no idea what I did. I have no idea, no clue what happened here. I mean, I have a clue obviously, but no idea what happened here. MARA. I lost $550 going long. I lost today $550 in MARA going long. How the fuck is that possible? First trade, okay. Went with 500 shares. I guess I wanted to go, I don't know if I wanted to go more or less. Good here. Then I went here, stopped out, in stop, minus 550 from up 500. I mean, come on. How embarrassing is that? How embarrassing is that? I'm going to tell you how embarrassing. Very embarrassing. What was my thought process? So my first MRA was 42.17. So a good trade. I mean, break up here. I was already out of Riot. I saw this, that hold of the 9 EMA. Tried to go long again. Perfect. I get out at 43.52. So right at R4, even a little bit higher. Get out at 42.38. Okay, 43. Yeah. Okay, I get out basically at R4. Great, awesome setup. This was between R4 and R5, so I get off at R5. Same idea as same setup as Riot. Honestly, again, here I should have loaded up, big size. Go for it. It's a good trade. Go for it. Good setup. Risk to reward, awesome. 42.70. I'm risking what? 30 cents to make 2 to 1 risk to reward basically. In an uptrending stock that's ripping up. Bitcoin is going high between that, and stock that is opening between R4 and R5. Perfect setup. Then I go 800 shares. I go long. So I buy 500. I showed this. What does it say here? Okay, so I buy 800 at 43.20. So way too high. Here, there's no point there. R5, it's been the resistance here. Big, honestly, it isn't a trend, but it was very choppy throughout all this time. But look, big rejection, big candle. Why am I going long if there's been such a big of a reaction? I shouldn't. I should wait for a good sign for me to get back up. Also on the 5 minute. This was my other mistake. I should have been looking at the 5 minute more. Should have been looking at the 5 minute more, and I didn't. So I just got chopped up and going long. I mean, it is just very pathetic, to be honest. So I was up 1,000. I was up, even a little bit more, and then I'm just getting chopped up. And right, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting absolutely frustrated. And then this is where the real messed up thing starts to happen. I start going short on Riot. I start taking Riot short. I start taking Riot short. Like, why? And small trades, small. It always happens in the same exact way. I always make the same mistake. It is absolutely pathetic. I mean, I really have to look at myself. Every single trade. First one, okay, 800, then 500, 500, 500. I get chopped out like a fucking moron. Like a fucking moron. Give all the way back. Now I'm down. I don't know. Now I'm down. Yeah. And then QS. I see this trade. I profit here. I take here. I follow. I got my way all the way to minus 600, and then I fuck up here. I take 1,000 shares. Why did I take 1,000 shares? Because I saw OCGN, took a quick scalp here at 11, looking at the 5-minute chart at the breakdown here. Yeah, I didn't even let it go. Just took a $70 trade here. Also pretty stupid. So yeah, those are my trades for today. So just disappointed with my performance. I mean, I've said that again. I feel again ashamed. I feel really ashamed, not because of the loss of the money, which is already disappointing enough. Because I promised I was gonna walk away if I lost $750. But obviously I was up real quickly into the day, and I was just disappointed. I didn't I don't know. I don't even know how I got on myself. I had the opportunity to walk out at 800, 600, 500, 300, 60, and I just put myself in a hole. And I've been there before. It's not the first time. I should just walk away. But I made so many mistakes today. So many mistakes. That number one, going short an uptrending stock between R4 and R5 was absolutely also pathetic. There's no excuse for me to go short an uptrending stock between R4 and R5. There has to be another rule there. But that's the thing, like, even I'm looking at this psychologically, it's how am I going to be able to follow that rule if I cannot even follow like 3 basic objectives, And I know I can. I'm going to do it, from now on again, starting tomorrow. But it's terrible. It's terrible. It's really bad. It's really bad. And I guess the frustration was also coming from, watching our Riot, just rip up more. Like I could have been up $2,000, real easy. Honestly, this should be a $4,000 or $5,000 trade. That's what it should have been. I should fucking hold this the whole move. That's what I should do. The probability is there. The probability is in my favor, and I exit. Why? Why would I exit this high probability setup? Same here with MARA. What am I doing? Catching these bounces. I saw the rejection here. There was a big rejection. So many mistakes. So embarrassing. And then here I could have gotten in here. That was because I already lost a bunch of times. So the only moment that it really mattered for me to get in, which was here, I don't get it. It's insane, man. It's absolutely insane. It's discouraging for me, it's discouraging. It's really discouraging. I mean, I'm gonna get back up. It's happened time and time again. I'm gonna get back up. I'm gonna follow my rules. I'm gonna put myself in a better headspace. I'm gonna do all these things, but I have to be careful again, like now I have pressure for tomorrow and for the rest of the week, I have 3 more days to make up the loss, which, should be possible. I mean, more than possible. Now the pressure's on my back, Now I have to make it happen. And this shouldn't be like that. I should be able to, should have been able to have a green day, number one. If not a small green day, but not a red day of $1,400. Like, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. This way, I'm not gonna be able to size up. If I can't follow basic rules, I cannot size up. I cannot. That will be suicide. I'm gonna get into a trade. I'm gonna lose $5,000, $6,000 like that. You know, it's terrible. It is terrible, and I decided to size up a little bit more in Riot. I mean, I would have liked to take 2,000 shares, to be honest. And that's it. That's why I need a couple of good trades a week. Imagine 2,000 shares. That's $8,000 my whole month. You know, almost I could make, in a day, just with one trade. And this has been over and over. This is not the first day. Here, more or less the same. Okay, it didn't open between R4 and R5, but there was this great setup. Would have been amazing. Over here too. The day before, between R4 and R5, same thing. I have multiple opportunities to do this, and I'm not taking advantage of them, and it's sad. It's really sad, multiple opportunities between R4 and R5. Okay, that they know, but here, okay, also maybe it opened up from the bottom, but holds R4. Where does it go? R5. Between, it opens up above R5. Where does it go? All the way up. TLRY. Let's see TLRY. Open between R4, R3, and R4. Okay, then shorted TLRY today. Shorted this and I caught all of this. So that was a good trade, only with 500 shares. Trying to follow my rule there. Then I just blew it out with QS, and I just fucked up with QS. But open between R2 and R3. No, between right at R3. So between R3 and R5 and R4. Very common, or something that can happen. Gonna see R4, R3. It's gonna get to R4, find resistance, and come back down. Didn't have to get to R4. It was already finding resistance here. So I went short. Perfect. Really good trade. Following the setup, awesome trade. Big rejection. Go with the momentum of the trade. Lower high. I was a bit concerned about this, but the momentum was clearly down. I could have taken partials here. No, I was patient, and I took it a little bit late over here. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see if it was possible for it to get to the previous day close, and maybe to L1. Didn't happen. Fine. Took the partial over here. QS. Went for the trade. Where did I go? QS. So over here. Over here, 10 something. So around 10. So around here. Okay, when had to sit through some pain here, but it's fine. Took the trade, partial, perfect. But then I decided to go short right at the lows here. I mean, and with 1,000 shares, I think it's just bad, man. Just really bad. OCGN, perfect setup today. OCGN. Between R4 and R5, what does it do? Boom, gaps all the way up, touches R5. 2,000 shares, not much. I should have maybe, a little bit more if I took this position. Obviously, they came back down, but I was looking for the setup. I was looking for the bounce at R4. I have to look at these high probability setups and stop messing around with this stupid stuff of going short, Riot, here. Why? Like that? Why? Yeah, maybe if you entered here, you had, a decent trade here or here. Okay. But look, too much choppiness around. It's not even worth it at that point. It's not worth it. Not worth it. At all. To take that trade. Yeah, I have to take a look. I mean, QS was amazing trade. I should have taken this one. I saw it. I was, trading Riot and MRA, so I didn't see the setup, but I opened between L2 and above, but it just broke down perfectly. I saw it around here. I should have taken my profit here. I should have maybe taken an entry here too. I was looking at that, but I wasn't too confident. Doesn't make sense, honestly, because it was between L4 and L3 and L4, which is also going to be a, weakness, and it was coming down. I mean, it did great. at the end, earnings, it seems like to be doing okay, but another great opportunity here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have to start taking more high probability setups and just leave the rest behind. And many things honestly that I have to do. That's the thing. Like how I just have to do these small objectives, man. Just follow those small objectives. Look how good it went for me last week. I had my best week ever. Following these objectives. I have to keep it in mind. I have to keep it in mind and go with the trend. Like, yeah, I messed up in MRA. Okay, bad entries. It's true. No excuses there. Probably should have left it a little bit more leeway. Like a point stop or whatever. If I'm gonna get in here, I should at least, like give it a whole point. 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents when my, OCO order just gets me chopped up. But, this is inexcusable, just going short right up here. It is just, there's just no way there's no way that's acceptable, man. There's just no way. It always happens. I look at the 5 minute chart. I mean, 5 minute chart of Riot was just beautiful, man. It doesn't get any. I mean, can get better, I guess, but pretty much it almost doesn't get any better than this. Disappointing. 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 I have to look for bigger moves. I have to sit tight in my positions, let the whole move play out. If I get stopped out, it's fine. As long as I'm risking, if I have a good risk to reward, that's all that matters. Because okay, maybe this trade doesn't happen, I lose 750, but if I make $4,600 in one trade. So yeah, same here. I mean, or with TLRY, I also have to check myself, because this was a good trade. I got all of this. That was good. But I have to check myself, man. These first minute trades are not working out for me over the past 3 weeks. So starting tomorrow, I'm not gonna take them anymore. See how things play out. Give it more time. Yeah, yeah. That's it. I follow my objectives for tomorrow. Not losing more than $750. Letting the trade play out. You have to let the trade play out, especially if it's in high probability zones like L4, L5, R4, R5. Like those are just plain simple great setups, and I have to let them play out. Let's see, where does it open? Between L4 and L5, gaps down, tries to reach L4. Where does it end up? L5. Takes time. Yeah, and I want to go to the gym. Okay, I get it. I want to go to the gym. But what do you want more? Go to the gym or make fucking money, dude. Like, that's a question that I have to ask myself. You know, that's a question that I have to ask myself. Maybe I should even just put the limit order. I should put a limit order here and a limit order here, and whatever happens, happens. That's what I should do. Sometimes, especially if I want to go to the gym or whatever. And yes, I'm gonna have to sit through some pain. But I took this trade the other day. It was an APHA, right? Took this trade the other day. Breaks R4. Where does it go? All the way up. APHA. Where did it open? L3 and L4 in this case. Didn't go all the way down, but I took this trade over here. Well, look what it did. I mean, it got substantially closer, and the next day, look, it got all the way to L5. And then it bounced. But that's what I have to be looking at. Nothing more, nothing less. I have to be looking at high probability setups, not this garbage that I'm doing. Like what was okay here, could have gone to L5, I guess. But it didn't open between L4 and L5, it opened all the way up here. But still, over here that would have been a great setup, Great setup over there. Great setup. Didn't take it either. Yeah, disappointed, man. Absolutely disappointed. Disappointed. Lower high, lower high. I mean higher low, sorry. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Many, many, many chances to make money and didn't take that. Didn't do it, man. Okay, that's the recap for today, man. I'm just gonna close it out with you gotta follow the objectives, man. Tomorrow and the rest of the week. $750. That's my max loss. Not trading more than 500 shares after 9:45, and always entering that I did today with an order some sort. So one out of the three objectives, which is pretty bad, pretty bad. But I'll build myself back up again. I'll build myself back up. I'll make it happen, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was the recap for today.